Singapore, officially the Republic of Singapore, is a sovereign island city-state in maritime Southeast Asia. It lies about 1 degree of latitude, of whom are Singaporean citizens. There are 4 official languages of Singapore: English, Malay, Chinese and Tamil. English is the lingua franca. Multiracialism is enshrined in the constitution and continues to shape national policies in education, housing, and politics. Modern Singapore was founded in 1819 by Sir Stamford Raffles as a trading post of the British Empire. In 1867, the colonies in East Asia were reorganized and Singapore came under the direct control of Britain. As part of the Straits settlements, during the Second World War, Singapore was occupied by Japan in 1942, but returned to British control as a separate crown colony following Japan's surrender in 1945. Singapore gained self-governance in 1959, and in 1963 became part of the new Federation of Malaysia, alongside Malaya, North Borneo, and Sarawak. Ideological differences led to Singapore being expelled from the Federation 2 years later, becoming an independent country. After early years of turbulence and despite lacking natural resources and a hinterland, the nation rapidly developed to become one of the 4 Asian tigers based on external trade. Becoming a highly developed country, it is ranked 9th on the UN Human Development Index, and has the 2nd highest GDP per capita in the world. Singapore is the only country in Asia with a AAA sovereign rating from all major rating agencies. It is a major financial and shipping hub, consistently ranked the most expensive city to live in since 2013, and has been identified as a tax haven. Singapore is placed highly in key social indicators: education, healthcare, quality of life, personal safety and housing. With a home ownership rate of 91%, Singaporeans enjoy one of the world's longest life expectancies, fastest internet connection speeds and one of the lowest infant mortality rates in the world. Singapore is a unitary parliamentary republic with a Westminster system of unicameral parliamentary government. While elections are considered generally free, the government exercises significant control over politics and society, and the People's Action Party has ruled continuously since independence. One of the 5 founding members of ASEAN, Singapore is also the headquarters of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Secretariat and Pacific Economic Cooperation Council Secretariat, as well as many international conferences and events. Singapore is also a member of the United Nations, World Trade Organization, East Asia Summit, Non-Aligned Movement and the Commonwealth of Nations. The English name of Singapore is an anglicization of the native Malay name for the country, Singapura, which was in turn derived from the Sanskrit word for lion city, are found in the Nagarakretagama, a Javanese epic poem written in 1365, and a Vietnamese source from the same time period. The name possibly means sea town, being derived from the Malay tasek, meaning sea or lake. The Chinese traveller Wang Daiwan visited a place around 1330 named Danmarksi or Thamasiak. Depending on pronunciation, Danmarksi may be a transcription of Temasek. Alternatively, it may be a combination of the Malay Tanah meaning land and Chinese Shi meaning tin, which was traded on the island. Variations of the name Simhapura were used for a number of cities throughout the region prior to the establishment of the Kingdom of Singapura. In Hindu-Buddhist culture, lions were associated with power and protection, which may explain the attraction of such a name. The name Singapura supplanted Temasek sometime before the 15th century, after the establishment of the Kingdom of Singapura on the island by a fleeing Srivijayan Raja from Palembang. However, the precise time and reason for the name change is unknown. The semi-historical Malay annals state that Temasek was christened Singapura by Sang Nila Utama, a 13th century Srivijayan Raja from Palembang. The annals state that Sang Nila Utama encountered a strange beast on the island that he took to be a lion. Seeing this as an omen, he established the town of Singapura where he encountered the beast. The second hypothesis, drawn from Portuguese sources, postulates that this mythical story is based on the real-life Parameswara of Palembang. Parameswara declared independence from Majapahit and mounted a lion throne, thus claiming the Srivijay Empire. After then being driven into exile by the Javanese, he usurped control over Temasek. It is possible that he rechristened the area as Singapura, recalling the throne he had been driven from. Under Japanese occupation, Singapore was renamed Sionan, meaning Light of the South. Singapore is sometimes referred to by the nickname the Garden City, in reference to its parks and tree-lined streets. Another name, the Little Red Dot, was adopted after an article publication in the Asian Wall Street Jew.